What is going on, everyone? My name's Boit, and I'm back with some more Age of Mythology. The Titans action spawning in the left side of the map in the red color, playing as Loki. His name is Suppe. His opponent today in the blue color, playing as Gaia. His name is Kimo. Yes, the map is Team Migration. You heard it here first. Team Migration. It's an exciting time to be alive, to be very sure. This is part of the Keen Flame Map Masters tournament. It was a one-day tournament where the players played on a whole bunch of random maps. It was really fun. All the good stuff. We're in the best of one portion of these of this tournament. It was top 16 only, so is it not invite only, but there were only 16 players allowed in the tournament. So the first 16 who signed up or something like that was how it all worked. So we'll see how things are going to go in this game here for Kimo and for Suppe here, not Shelty, Suppe. This is actually a really interesting matchup. I especially just, well, it depends on where the, oh, he's calling from the way. Oh no. Oh no, where's your gold mine? Where's your gold mine, Suppe? Oh dearie me. There it is. Okay. He spots all his goats though, all his pigs. So this matchup is actually, I think this would be a really fun matchup to play from the Loki point of view, with the idea that you go for a really big fish boom, and then you go for a really fast heroic age. So I'm talking like get to the heroic age at maybe 6 minutes and 30 seconds into the game. And then you get access to the Kraken, and you get access to Walking Woods, and you can use Walking Woods either on this land here to prevent your opponent from getting on here and taking down all the buildings, or use Walking Woods to take down your opponent's hometown center while the Krakens do all of the crazy stuff. And then you can just sneak onto the main land and get yourself the town center here and live the dream where that's concerned after that, as we do see a house coming down for Suppe. But it'll be interesting to see what Suppe comes up with. Now, you do have to remember that this was random God at this point, so there's no like forethought going into this beforehand. You get what you're given, and you have to deal with it straight away. So Suppe here, he might be thinking, shit, it's Gaia versus Loki on a water map, which is actually normally, especially on like Mediterranean, for example, is normally favored for the Gaia player ever so slightly. So he's going to be thinking, ooh, I have to do something to find an advantage here. And he might go full insane and try and go for some sort of a temple drop over here. If we take a look at Kimo's perspective, though, he does have his oracle over here. He might see this as Suppe is moving his transport ship right around here. He's probably going to pass straight past that oracle. And this is going to be common knowledge here for Kimo that there is going to be a temple getting dropped in his base. So we'll see what's going to happen there, if it's going to be a problem or not, as Kimo's ready to drop his own temple down over here. That oracle is getting more and more line of sight there as the transport ship is coming. Will we see some sort of a different angle getting taken? He's going to drop straight in here. He's going to see the oracle. Will he drop? No, he's going to be moved. Oh. Not only does he drop, but he also attacks the Oracle Scout here. Is this going to be a fake here? Is another Alt-Sark coming out onto this location to drop a dock down here as potentially this Skraeling might just decide to drop back into the transport ship and leave here and just say, look, time to call it a fake, and that's just it. Nope, the temple comes down. The house coming out over here. Is this spotted here by Kimo? Kimo does not know it's here, but he does know that the temple is coming up. And look at this. Look at this. The gold mine is completely naked here. The gold mine is completely naked for Kimo. This might be huge, but look at this from Kimo. This is so smart. He says, mate, I can just come over here. If you want to rush me, and he sees the temple coming up, if you want to rush me, go for it. Push me off this gold. I got another one over here. There's no problem. And not only that, he's got all of the Gaia forests to boot. So this is going to be really tough here for Suppe to get like a complete gold staff here. However, if he can force Kimo away from playing for the water at the start, he's going to have a much better time here than if he plays full navy on this location. As he does spot the gold mine, Heimdall coming through. No surprises where that's going to be considered. Not only is Heimdall good for the rush, but you also get access to this upgrade, Arctic Winds, plus 10% longbow hit points, plus 10% speed, Really, really strong upgrade there, as we do see the spy coming down on this location. A second temple coming up for Soup. Soup is absolutely insane here. He's got 18 villagers on food right now, and they are all fishing ships at this point. Kimo, on the other hand, is already up through Oceanus. He's not going for that spider lair style here. Will we see any buildings getting thrown down here for Kimo? He's getting himself some more fishing ships out there, getting himself purse scene. Still no barracks. There's the military barracks coming down straight away as the old suck going to start taking down that oracle over there, as Soup has now got himself the temple just about up. More Herso going to be coming through here. This is going to accelerate his production quite a lot and undermine onto this town center, plus a handful of Hersos is going to be so tough to stop here. There's no watchtowers here or anything for Kimo to get. Another military barracks coming up over here, as surely Soup has got to be thinking, well, he's not on this gold mine, so where else can he be? And obviously the answer is on the main land. There is still going to be that well, we do see the undermine actually being used on a military barracks here, but there is still that transport ship over here for the units to move over onto this location and take this down. So Kimo will have to drop a house or manor over there to help him out just a little bit, as another military barracks coming through here. Soup slowly getting himself more longhouses out. He's got 4 military buildings right now to 1, so he's going to be producing so absurdly fast here as the Yarni are going to be coming in to try and take down this military barracks. He does have access to 10 crush damage here as the double Murmillo heroes get created right off the bat. They're going to be tearing down that Einiyar, but at this point it looks like Soup doesn't really mind here. He wants to take this fight here, trying to get out maybe some myth unit spawns, something like that, as he's trying to take this out, get some more favor out to get himself the Einiyar from this temple. These 2 longhouses here could be making more units here as well. The excessive amount of wood that he's got right now, he could bring some villagers over here. And now we see, oh, that's a really, really nice carnivore here. It's going to actually take down the house, but it can also harass these villagers off of this gold mine. But you can simply just move around to the other side here. No real problems here, as the villager's going to try and shank down the carnivore. The carnivore is going to get a lot of kills there, though. So you've got to be a little bit careful where that's concerned here. As we see a counter barracks coming up for Kimo as he makes his Kyrabala, so this is exactly what he needs to make. But units now getting taken down on this location here really, really quickly. We see the units retreating back. Army pushing through, trying to pick off a villager over there. Nice garrison micro there by Kimo. He's trying to play this one very, very defensively over here. We see the dwarf getting taken down. Can you pull back, retreat away from the gold mine or not here and just have a whole bunch of low HP dwarves? You can kind of make that happen, as now we do see that's happening there for Soup. He doesn't really need to worry about the carnivore at this point. The gold mine's going to be expired by the time the second carnivore comes up most of the time here, as we do see the transport ship here pulling some citizen over onto this location. But wait, where's the spy villager? Did he lose the spy there maybe? Not sure. We do see the villagers coming back over onto this location here, as they do manage to take out that carnivore. Are going to be happily doing what they need to do here, as now we see the transport ship here for Soup getting picked up. The units moving onto the main land over here in search of these villagers. The villagers do get spotted there with the spy. We've got ourselves 8 Herso to take this out. Now there is a retreat path here through that transport ship, because there's no units that can take that out. So the villagers will pull away here, and they can move kind of anywhere on the map, but they are spied, and Kimo doesn't know which citizen here is spied, making the run for the transport ship over there. The units coming through here, lots of throwing action out now for Soup, so he's completely fine here to take this fight, as the troll spawn over here is going to be really, really big. And not only that, the spy here is just going to give Soup every single little bit of knowledge on this position over here, as Soup just says, I can just chase this. I've actually got more speed than the transport ship here that Kimo's got. He's got 5.33 speed to 5.75 speed, so this transport ship is never going to get away from this location. As the villagers taking the fight over here, we do see a carnivore spawn, but there are a couple of Herso still left on this location to take this out. Soup doesn't even need to micro that at this point, as the transport ship still retreating away, and we see, well, Soup realizes he just needs a troll to deal with that, as the villager is going to come over here. Will we see a town center here for Kimo? Can he get it? No, he can't. He sees the gold mine over here. He's going to jump onto that one there, and Kimo in that moment does decide to tap out here, ladies and gentlemen. Soup's Heimdall Rush is so potent that Kimo could not even hold here. The gold mine in the middle of nowhere, obviously no towers, obviously such a smart play here from Suppe to go for that undermine, that Heimdall rush here and get that easy kill. I mean, Kimo kind of, what he could have done here is spread out on this mainland one citizen on each gold mine, retreat away, work out which citizen is giving him away. Maybe just send a whole bunch of citizen onto the mainland here. He's got 1,000 wood here, so he could have dropped these citizen here, grabbed this gold mine, brought the transport ship back, brought all the citizens into the middle of the land, even just completely migrated and just say, this is your land now. I'm going into the center, going to grab this town center here straight away and just leave completely is another option that he could have gone for to get himself a much safer gold mine. All of these things could have been a possibility here, especially if he got out some Bareems to snipe the transport ship. If he kills off that transport ship, it really slows down any sort of transition to the middle of the map here. So just like 1 or 2 Bareems to take the transport ship out, then a complete migration to the middle of the map, sack this location, and then just hold the middle. Could have been a real way to play this, but unfortunately, Kimo does not come up with that in the game, and that's why these games are so interesting, because you're going to have to learn all about these different ways to play around the weaknesses that your god has got. But Suppe really played this one well. If you guys enjoyed this game, please consider hitting the follow on the Twitch. If you're on the YouTube, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys in the next game.